welcome to the Ahmed Capital. My name is Numan Yasser, and today I'll be presenting a project that I made about why European settlers never came to Canada. Historical context. European colonization of the America was a process by which European settlers populated regions of North, South, and Central America. Major impacts: spread of smallpox, flu, and measles. African slavery and slave trading. Changes to Indian lives. As Europeans claimed the Indian land that wasn't theirs. If, Europe, if European colonization did not happen, either native tribes would have continued to thrive, or some other settlers may have taken over the American land. Indigenous political and social development. The Haudenosaunee Confederacy, it means the people of the Longhouse. It is made up of the Mohawks, Oneidas, Onondagas, and Sayugas and Senecas. Was intended as a way to unite the nations and create a powerful, peaceful means of decision making. Grandmothers were appointing the leaders, which shows the rights given to women. It was considered the law of peace and is believed to be a model for American Constitution. Mississippian culture. It's called Mississippian because it began in the middle of the Mississippi River Valley. Mississippian cultures built mounds and structures on top of them. The type of structures constructed were temples, houses, and burial buildings. Things such as copper, lead, deer, and stone materials were the basis of Mississippian trade. Indigenous nations were already moving in a positive direction. Global power shift.
Numan, what's positive direction that they were moving in? Just Numan thoughts.
The right path.
Huh?
The right path.
Which is what?
Doing their way.
Their own value system?
Yeah. Global power shift. Without colonization, Europe wouldn't be dominant as Europe became very rich by taking the gold and silver from America. Without European colonization, spread of disease would have been avoided. Without European colonization, indigenous nations wouldn't lose their lands. Without European colonization, America may have been colonized by non-Western empires, such as China's Ming Dynasty and the Ottoman Empire. Without European colonization, we are not only changing the history of America, but the entire world. Without European colonization, there may be a power shift in how the trading is done. Economic and technological development. North America would slowly have industrialized. Indigenous societies lacked in innovation, the necessary means to develop and advance technologies. The focus may have been more on growing and planting without needing the chemical fertilizers. Cities may have not been massive and would have been built around nature instead of destroying nature. Indigenous innovation was based on working with nature, whereas European industrialization was based on conquering nature. Environment and demographics. There will be less environmental changes without European colonization. Native population would have been affected by the diseases. With European industrialization, soil erosion occurred 100 times faster than it would have naturally. Without colonization, cities would have been built into the landscapes rather than flattening the landscape to build a city.
So, Numan, what's wrong with conquering nature? We're humans, we're intelligent, we're here to maximize our outcomes, right? What's wrong with conquering nature if they could?
Not all people are nice.
No, like you said, Europeans believed in conquering nature, right? And the locals didn't. So, what's wrong with conquering nature? Just your opinion. If I can cut a few trees to make a little football field for you, what's wrong with that?
It doesn't affect you, but it can affect nature and harm wildlife.
And eventually can affect me? How?
Like crops not growing and whatnot.
Ecosystems?
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
alternative conflicts and challenges. Even with the European colonization, there have been many conflicts. As the nations grow their land, their need for land grow. If the colonization happened later than 1,400 centuries, the effects and challenges may have been different as native innovations would be more advanced. If native innovations were fighting over land, the consequences would have been different, and the way a conflict was handled would be different. The evidence-based conclusion: America without European colonization would have looked completely different. Indigenous nations had the basic means of survival with their law of peace, farming methods, and city planning. Without European colonization, we may not be facing climate change and environmental changes. We may have incredible innovations in farming, city planning, and medicine.
Okay, got it? So who's to say that the climate change would not be worse than what it is right now? Like, have you thought about it? Like, how Junaid covered in the end that yes, it seems all good if the Europeans never came, but there could be a lot of bad too. So what are some of the negative elements that could have happened if Europeans never came?
Some stuff not like would not be created.
No, be created. Okay, wonderful, Noman. Thank you very much.